Okay, we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our February edition session for our community open call. Today, we have a lot of good news, and we also have a lot of participants, so a lot of invited speakers. That's very interesting. That's very good. We have today Gabriel Angel, our CEO. We also
Hello.
have Chris Scully, our President of Product, and also Rodrigo Nascimento, our CTO and co-founder,
Hey, folks.
and also Singli, our Chief Opportunities Officer. And today we have two Rocketeers that are invited, which is our Training and Certification Manager, Muni Narayan. And we also have Omnichannel Product Manager, Renato Becker, which is on hold. It's going to appear soon. And also today we have two community invited speakers that we are very proud to have here, and it was a great opportunity to talk with them and to have them. I am your host, community manager for RocketChat to the Nogueira, and also we have chat moderator, Dadbet Chakraborty, our deployment specialist that's helping us on the moderation. So welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. If you are live or if you are watching this on YouTube channel, and it's good to know that all of our previous sessions is there. So if you want to take a look and to get to the speed of what the previous versions. Uh, so what you're going to have today, we have also a good note is our upcoming event. We're going to have a webinar on February next week. We are having three government experts that will come together and on this webinar to talk about three things that government will focus on this year. Some other quick notes is that we still have some job openings, so you can check our website and see most of them, the majority of them are remote, so please consider some of those options, those openings. And also we always ask to help on forums on GitHub, so whenever if you want to join, if you didn't join already our open server, please do that. Also, we have our forums with a lot of questions and a lot of solutions too. And also GitHub, if you want to, or if you can open up an issue or maybe trying to replicate those issues and try to help on those issues, you're always welcome. Okay, so now we have Gabriel's speech, please.
Hi, thanks everybody for joining us. It's always a pleasure to be able to talk and see a little bit with the community. I think talking a little bit about 2022. I think the idea was to give you guys the beginning of the year. We finalized our roadmaps, the things that we're going to be working on. We're trying to make some of those roadmaps more public. And you'll be able to share more and more of this roadmap to the community, not just on those webinars, but maybe having documents and this published in different places. But I think a summary of what we are planning for the year, the keywords are integrations. So we're working really hard. We're going to talk about the Instagram integration, some different other apps that are on the pipeline. But it's all about integration, interoperability. We're starting some official partnership and working with the guys from Matrix to do the interoperability with Matrix. We have different apps with Nextcloud coming this week. So it's all about interoperability, integrations, and also what the engineering team is working really hard. It's putting together, paying some of the technical dApps, finishing some of those migrations, making sure the whole platform is more uniform using TypeScript, everything using React. We are more fuselage being used all the board, and a big investment on the mobile, on the chat engine. So not just us using chat engine to do also those integrations that I mentioned, but it's going to be a big push on making the chat engine, the apps engine, very powerful, so more people can build apps to publish on our marketplace. So this is the focus of the year. You guys gonna be hearing a lot of about this. Today we're going to have already some announcements to make, and it's that way we believe that we're making the ecosystem itself more open, more inclusive. Moon is going to be talking about the university. We want to invest a lot on documentation, on education, so more of the community can easier to get to understand how to contribute to RocketChat, how to build things on top of RocketChat. And even we're building new business models of like RocketChat as a chat engine or embedded chat for other systems. That's going to be a big part of our year. But you guys stay tuned. You're going to be hearing a lot about that in the next coming meetups and webinars. But I think this is a very quick summary. I don't want to get into other people's news and still the news. So please let's continue.
That's very good. We have awesome news for this session, and probably you're going for the next session. You already have some great news, and along this year, I think we're going to have a lot of cool new features and cool launches and all that. So for those of you that are participating, please, if you have any questions at any time, please we have some tab that you can create some questions, and that's going to make it a little bit easier for us. So now we have our own Chris Scully. Please, Chris.
Okay, thanks, Duda. Okay, so I'll be relatively brief here because I know we have a lot of things on the agenda. A few things that I'd like to highlight. First, in terms of overall kind of accessibility of two capabilities for the community. Two key things that we're working on. Apps Engine. So Apps Engine, we've been expanding the capabilities substantially, and that will continue over the next couple of quarters. So our overall strategy here is to use Apps Engine as a real enabler for the community to extend the capabilities of RocketChat without necessarily having to adapt core code. So a number of additional capabilities have been added in. Sing, Duda, one thing that I'd like to suggest would be a great topic for next month's cycle to go through full Apps Engine roadmap and demonstrate some of those capabilities. So that's a key area for us. As we progress through the year, we will continue to expose various RocketChat core capabilities to the Apps Engine. So again, the entire strategy is that you should be able to build fully encapsulated apps that extend RocketChat without having to modify core code. Okay, so this one preview thing that I'd like to put out there for next month that we should go through. In terms of a few things that have happened recently and what's coming up, Renato is going to be coming on shortly to go through some key things with omnichannel. The way I've been putting it lately is Renato and the team are putting the omni in omnichannel. So a lot of new integrations, as Gabriel said, a lot of new channels. So a couple of things to highlight from the January release. Because we are adding all of these different channels, the team has added channel visibility. So this is a simple thing, but a powerful thing to be aware of. So if you have externally facing customer channels activated, you will see a channel icon that indicates where the conversation has originated from. Is a WhatsApp conversation or an SMS conversation or an Instagram conversation. So small thing, but really important item to be aware of. Second thing, we see a lot of cases now where live chat is being used more extensively within organizations, and organizations want to be able to specify what departments show up in different live chat contexts. So please check our release notes and our monthly announcement of changes. You can now specify a business unit on the live chat widget, which will then act as a department filter. So it enables your organization to route people in different ways based on how you've set your business unit attribute within live chat. Okay, so there's a couple of key things that have happened recently. Now, Instagram Direct. I'm not going to steal Renato's thunder on this one, so Renato is going to take you guys through our new Instagram integration. It's really cool. So that is coming up in a moment. And then also just as a preview, we've talked about VoIP during the last couple of cycles, and the team is working to complete that work for this February release. The release will launch as a beta version initially. It will be available to the community. So keep an eye out on our February launch announcement and release notes, because we will be looking for feedback on that functionality, so we can make sure that it moves in the right direction once it's out in the wild. Okay, so I'll pause there, and with that, Renato, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you very much, Chris. Thanks, Duda, for having me here today. It's the first time I'm here speaking to your community, so it's a pleasure. And yes, the main reason I'm here today is because the list of channels, integrations of our omnichannel solution has a new member. After months working on a very exciting project, RocketChat has finally rolled out an official integration between RocketChat and Instagram. So this new app, this new RocketChat app, will enable companies to provide amazing customer service experiences on one of the world's most popular social apps. So that's a great achievement for us. We've been improving our omnichannel solution a lot. And before we jump into things, talk specifically about specifications, characteristics, and so on, let me share some context. This new RocketChat app, this new integration, was built on top of Instagram Messenger API, right? Everybody here knows that Instagram is a very visually appealing app where people share context, share photos, videos, but they are not just users, they are also followers. It's where users follow their favorite brands, and it makes Instagram a game changer when it comes to business online, right? So that's the reason in the middle of last year, Meta rolled out Instagram Messenger API, enabling companies to connect their Instagram business profiles and connect also their Instagram inboxes to RocketChat, for instance. So here is exactly where omnichannel comes in, and this new app. Instagram Messenger API and our omnichannel solution, they are a good match. They work very well together. On one side, our customers, our community can benefit from an all-in-one omnichannel solution where human agents can find all the tools they need to provide satisfying customer experiences. And on the other side, Instagram, a social messaging app with more than 1.4 billion monthly active users, right? So with this new app, we want to provide, customized user experiences. Whenever a new direct message is sent to a specific brand, a specific Instagram business profile, the message will be redirected to RocketChat workspaces, and the user experience there will be seamless, the same as any other regular omnichannel entry point. So this new app is now available on our marketplace. It's available for all RocketChat workspaces. We really encourage our community to check it out, to test this new product and share feedback. This is definitely important for us. All right. And that's it.
Very good, Renato. And it's good to mention that at our YouTube channel, there's a great video that Renato did showing all the process from the beginning. And it was a great work how they were able to streamline the installation process. It's very easy, like in a few minutes, you can have everything up and running, your Instagram connected directly to RocketChat. Awesome job, Renato. Thank you. Thank you a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Rodrigo Nascimento. Rodrigo?
He's looking for the mute button.
Okay.
Rodrigo?
Hello. Oh, it's still on mute.
We cannot hear you.
Okay. Maybe we move and no, we cannot hear you right now.
How about we move on to the next one? And
Yeah, okay.
we'll make sure to come back to you as we go.
Okay, so now, okay, he's going to reload. Okay, so we can advance on our agenda. Now I have a pleasure to receive one of our top community members. We can call the community member of the month, Anton Carlon. So if you can open up your microphone and video. Oh, that's Singly.
No, that's not me. I was just coming up to welcome Anton.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So Anton is a great member from our community. He's always on top of on GitHub issues. He, whenever we have a new issue, he already probably, if he knows it already, he will point that it's a duplicated one. And the issues that he opens is very well detailed, and it's like gold to work on to try to solve those issues. And it's a very, maybe he's having some.
No, he's saying he's not ready. Maybe he's camera shy. Come on, Anton.
Come on, don't be shy. That's just a friendly talk. I was probably more nervous than everybody before.
He thought it was the next one. So we'll schedule him for the next one. That's
okay. I asked him some questions, and maybe the next one he can we can talk with them. Okay. So the next one, maybe Rodrigo was able to solve his technical issues. No. Okay. Okay. So now we have another of our great users that are doing some amazing job. He already published one app, and there's another app going on. That's Frank Dase for you guys. Hi, Frank. How are you?
Hi, Frank.
Hello. I hope you can hear and see me.
Yeah, we can all hear and see you.
Okay.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, so for the community, I'm Frank. I'm working as a team lead of a DevOps and IT support team at Public Plan, which is based in Germany. Public Plan develops e-government solution based on open source software, like RocketChat, WordPress, Drupal, 4MyO, and things like that. And yeah, for RocketChat, I wrote two apps. One is a broadcaster app. The reason for that was I have to make a lot of announcements every day to a lot of different channels in RocketChat, and I have to write always the same message to reach all our employees. And I'm too lazy to do that more than one time, so I decided to write an app for that, so that I have to type the message only once, and it will be spread to the selected channels in RocketChat. That is app number one, and app number two has a similar reason. In IT support, we got a lot of questions again and again and again, and that consumes a lot of time. We are also working with BotPress as one of our products. So I decided to make a connection to BotPress to make a bot which is answering these standard questions on its own. So employees can ask how to call in sick, or how to reset my password and things like that. And the bot is answering that things. If you like, I can show you this bot app. It's quite easy.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite easy to install.
I hope it doesn't love
ready for the market.
Yeah, the god of the live demos are with us.
One moment. So
So
you see my
Seth
screen
is
now?
asking about WordPress. About WordPress integration.
I cannot see that. Can anyone see his screen?
No.
No, I think I have to authorize my screen, and I don't know how to do that now. So I think you don't see my screen, right?
Not. Oh no.
No, we don't.
No, it's
it's
Rodrigo.
No.
Maybe tricky. Yeah, there may be a plugin or something.
No, that always you need to authorize. If it's
Oh,
a Mac,
okay.
you have to authorize the browser to do. To
Yeah, but I
capture.
think I have to do that.
Okay,
Okay, now.
oh
Now
yeah.
you
Yeah,
see it,
There
right?
we go.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I just can type hi, and the bot is answering with the standard things. But you can also ask like how to. Or I forgot my password. So as you can see, I'm also using images, which comes from WordPress. But here I have a problem with RocketChat because this size is fixed, and you see it's stretched. This is the original format, and I was not able to find a way to handle that currently. If I use the normal image output, that one is not zooming in if you click on it, and the original one will be sometimes too small. So I decided to make it as an attachment. But for the attachments, I have this size stretch problem. And I'm also supporting buttons called quick replies.
Cool.
That are the main features currently. Today I was also working on a delay function so that you can receive messages with a small delay in it to see one message, delay, and then the next message. But this is a function where I'm still working on. I have a little bit problems with asynchronous output. So it's not that easy to make a delay within a TypeScript map loop. For the setup, it's really easy. You only have to install the app, and then you type in an alias name. So you are able to change the name even if the RocketChat user has another name. It will be overwritten by that. Then you type in the bot ID. That is the name of the bot inside BotPress. Then the URL of your BotPress server and the RocketChat username. So I still created a normal user, which is in my case Roger. And say Roger is my bot user. So if there's a real user with the name Roger, he cannot answer anymore, but the bot is answering now. Yeah, and that's it. And after you have done this, it works. So you can speak with BotPress. And for the broadcaster, it's a slash command. You type broadcast. Then you see from the app settings, pre-selected the channels where you want to send your message to. Then you can write a headline and then the message, click on create. Then you get a notification that the message is sent to general and IT support. And if I look here, I see it in both channels.
Oh, I see.
It's really simple.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
I think Anton has a question there. Does it need to be a connection to the cloud, or questions and answer are based is local? I guess you can run your BotPress wherever you want, right?
Yes.
Okay.
BotPress is currently on an on-premise installation. They plan a cloud solution as well, but that's not ready yet.
Cool.
And BotPress is open source. You can install the community version, which is free. The only thing is you have only one user in the community version, but full feature set. But it's supporting only one language at the same time. The enterprise version, where you need a license for, is supporting multiple languages at the same time. So if you type in German or in English or in Spanish, it detects your language, and if you entered answers for that language, you receive the answer in that language.
Awesome. How can our community member get a hold of this? Is it on our marketplace right now, Frank, or is it on the GitHub repo? So,
yeah, the Broadcaster app is already in the marketplace, but in the first version where I found some bugs. So currently an update is still waiting for release. It's still in the compiled status. And I think the WordPress connector will be ready for the marketplace at the beginning of next week.
Great. And either one of them, are they open source? Like, do you have a repository that you can share with the community? Or
yes,
okay,
Broadcaster app is already on GitHub with an open source license, so everybody can use it and see the source code. For the WordPress connector, it's not yet on GitHub. I have to look how I want to release it now. Currently, it's only in our company repository.
Awesome.
Thanks. It's coming. So, Frank, how do you think it was the process of developing the app and also publishing the app, the first app you published? And what do you think that we can improve on the developer experience about creating an app and also all the process about publishing an app?
Yeah, the biggest problem that I was facing was not enough documentation. I had to search for other apps where people made similar things and hope that they use the function that I want to use as well. For example, WordPress is also supporting drop-downs inside the chat window, and I tried to do that as well. But when I did it with the RocketChat App engine, I crashed my RocketChat completely, so I had to delete the user and make a new one. Otherwise, I was not able to use him anymore. So things like that are the walls that I'm running against. And this image size thingy and things like that. Also, I want to show that the bot is typing if it takes a little bit longer to answer. But I wasn't able to find a way to do that. I think I found the right code to do it, but nothing happened. I'm not sure if the function has been disabled or something. Also, another problem is if you use app settings like I do for the bot name and the URL and things like that, this will be read on initialization of the app. But if you click on update settings, it will not be used anymore. So I have to find a workaround with static variables to use the changed field entries. I think this function is not finished yet. That's was my feeling about it. And also if you
sorry to interrupt. On that, I'll make sure to reach out to you with an update on that in terms of the settings as well.
Yeah, and I faced also the problem that if you make a change in the order of the settings, if you installed it once, it will never change anymore. So you see the new fields only at the bottom, but you are not able to change the order. And I installed an app from some other people, and after I did it, it seems they made a mistake in the config of the name of the field, and now I'm not able to uninstall any app anymore. They fixed it already in the config, but even then, I'm not able to uninstall it anymore.
Yeah, that's great feedback.
And I'll look into that to see. I may reach out to see if we can recreate it and figure out what's happening. One kind of quick note: the documentation, that's a key area that we're working on. So just to highlight it, yes, we're trying to expand Apps Engine. but also expand the coverage of our documentation. So I'll make sure to have updates next month as we dig into Apps Engine on what's happening with documentation. So that's one thing. The publisher experience, Frank, I'm sure you notice is lacking. So we're trying to make it easier for publishers to onboard themselves. I know you work through that just fine, but we certainly want to expand the number of people who are publishing apps. And then, go ahead.
For the publishing process, I found a bug as well. If you try to use the website to upload your package, it's not possible. It tells me all the time you have to upload the source code and not a compiled version. But the description on top says use RC apps package to make a zip file. And if you do it, it's not working. So I have to use a command line to submit the app.
Great,
Cool.
that's very good. We have one question. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to supplement what Chris just said, that there may be also in the longer term a training course for how to develop an app from scratch. So hopefully, Muniz, I'm not going to steal Muniz thunder in talking about the university. But a question for you, Frank. In your development, did you actually work with the BotPress core team or the community there? And if so, are they very receptive, like to your question and queries?
I haven't understood your question. Sorry, can you repeat it?
When during your development of your app, did you have to work closely with the BotPress team or the community?
I'm in contact with BotPress, but not for developing this app.
Okay.
I had 2 days vacation, and I had the idea to write the app, and I did it. So the current version is made in 2 days. Then I presented it in a meeting to the CFO of BotPress last week, and they're really interested in. And tomorrow I have as well a meeting with a developer of BotPress to show him the app, because he is working on something similar. And I think we can get in contact with that and make a connection.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. They asked me as well what they should to improve to make it better.
That's gold
great
information.
Yes.
Okay, so we have from Saflib one question. If you can configure to have the answers from the app to be private. For example, if you use it, because I talked with Saf on forums, and he runs a women's organization, vulnerable women's organization. So I think he wants the message to be private. Is that? I think about the vulnerable. Yeah.
The messages are all private because Roger is a normal RocketChat user.
So all the message in a direct message conversation is a DM.
That's
it's
right.
Not on a group. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the messages are private.
Yeah. When I started, I used first a normal channel, and then I found out, everybody can see the answer of the bot, so that's not a good idea. And then I changed it to a normal direct message user.
Yeah. So the bot will answer not only direct, but also can answer in groups too, on channels and groups and omnichannel. The connector for that.
Technically, it would be possible, but I haven't implemented it this way.
Okay, that's good. That's very good.
Yeah.
Well, any other questions, our guys here? Anyone?
No, I guess just make sure that those feedbacks that we received from Frank, we follow on and address it, because this kind of conversation with the community, the most important thing is for us to learn the things that work and also the things that didn't work, so we can fix it. So thanks, Frank, from bringing those and sharing those with us.
Yeah, feel free to contact me, and then we can make a exchange.
We
That's very good.
Thanks, Frank.
And if someone from the community tries to get in contact with me, you can find me on LinkedIn as well. So
yeah, that's very good, Frank. Thank you. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So next, Rodrigo, were you able to?
Sure.
To enter? Okay, that's good.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes. Did you discover what was the problem?
It was my microphone here. Sorry about that. Okay, cool. On the main technical depths and improvements, we are still working on TypeScript conversion on the whole code, on mobile, on the backend and front end. So just an example, we had like 5% of TypeScript a few months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, and now it's 28% of the code already converted to TypeScript. So it's still a main goal for us to convert everything. And we are working only with new code on TypeScript, and everything we touch we convert to TypeScript. So that's one good point, that we improve quality and improve contributions as well to our code. And another point is about microservices, that we have a goal to remove it from beta. And we are now working mainly on PUT. We already did some improvements, so we are working on putting that on the CI to start running our tests on CI, as well as the monolith is running today. So after we have our CI ready to cover everything on both ways, we move to another step that implement this microservices on replicated way to deploy RocketChat as well. And we are working on documentation, improving documentation on microservices, not only on how to deploy, but as well on how to implement things, because that's the new way we are implementing all the new features nowadays, creating new things on microservices format, service format that can run as external services or internally, but it's a way for us to separate these features in a logical or domain way. And another important thing to mention is that we are planning a major release, the 5.0 for April, and we are going to have opportunity to do some breaking changes and remove some deprecations we have and clean up a little bit our code. So that's just a good to mention that. Another point about React, we are about to complete the React migration. We already have the final part that was missing, the messages on the channel that has a lot of complex and different ways to handle messages, different status for messages. It's ready. We have an option already for people to run RocketChat and choose if they want to handle the old Blaze way or the new React way. So we could keep that two options for some time, so we can always revert. We start off the still Blaze, the old version, and people being able to test the React one. And after maybe one release, you're going to put React as default, and later we remove the old one. So we probably read Blaze templates for all, and we start working on removing other parts that are not related to Blaze, but unrelated to Meteor way to handle roads and things like that are still missing. But that's still ongoing work, and the goal to be an independent client soon, for be able even to deploy and upgrade only the client if needed for fixes or so. So yeah, that's I guess the main important notes from the technical side.
Yeah, that's very good. Looks like a busy days you have. Okay, so any questions so far? Anyone from our attendees? Okay, so let's move. Now we have Mr. Singley, please. Oh, sorry.
Is Mooney going first? I thought it was last on the agenda.
We can, no problems.
Oh, sorry.
So
Right.
please, Mooney,
Okay.
what's some great news you have here for us today?
Yes, very, very, very exciting. The RocketChat University is launching next week, Friday. So save the date. It will be live. And before I actually talk about the courses there, I really want to talk about what is the RocketChat University, right? Our vision is, like, we are open source, the university is going to be open, and it's not just a fancy slang. What we mean by that is that any of the courses available. Rocketeers can take it, our community members can take it, anyone in the world can take it, and they will get certified. They will get a digital badge that they can place on their LinkedIn, on their email signature. And the strategy of the courses is going to be interesting. We are going to focus on being very learner-centric. So what I mean by that is we're not just going to release courses out of the random. We're going to focus on pain point areas of our developers or community members. And at the same time, like Chris had mentioned, as his team is working very hard on, improving the apps engine, omnichannel, I'm going to try my level best to be joined by the hip with them. So as those improvements are done, we're then going to release courses. For a perfect example is the apps engine. Once there's the technical improvements are done, we're going to release a course that kind of talks about how to use our apps engine to develop an app and publish an app and all that, right? So it will be very, our course release will be as close to as our product roadmap as possible. So that way, the courses we're releasing will have kind of that technical tie-in and the buy-in from the learner that they can actually go and get that hands-on experience with the product, right? So so with that said, the two courses that are being released is Team Collaboration 101. And that course is, our years of collaboration hacks and cool tricks that we have gathered from our community and how to really use it. It truly is a course around like how can you use RocketChat to become a better remote workplace, better remote worker. There's a massive request from the community around that. And then we also have a course on Deployment 101. And it's a 101 course because we're going to have strands of that. But we wanted to create a quick course that a user can kind of sign up in and take on that will show you how to quickly deploy RocketChat and what makes us unique, right? And why do we offer so many kind of different deployment methods? So very excited about those courses. Let's see. One more thing I want to mention is as you do take the course, at the end of the course, you will have a survey that you can take based on the experience. So please give us any feedback. We'll continuously keep improving the courses, and we're excited to hear any feedback from the community. So that's what's coming up next week, Friday. Get ready.
That's very exciting news. Yeah, that's very good. We can see already one of our users here on the chat is already cheering for that. So that's going to be very good, and that's going to solve a lot of problems that probably community has and about how to learn some specific things. So that's very good. So we are announcing that on if you sign up for this event, we're going to announce those for you. So thank you, Moni, for that, and congratulations. Okay, so
and there is a question there, Duda. Let me.
Okay.
These two courses are going to be 100% free, so there will be no charge for it.
That's important. That's very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the question. Okay. So any other question if you have, if you have, just shout for us and ask us. We're always here to answer that.
And I think on the soft launch that we're going to have, we definitely need every participant, anybody who's like watching this or in the chat, definitely come in and try out the courses. Help us improve it.
Yes, that's very good. So next we have Singly, please.
Okay. So this is purely Google Summer Code call for action from our community. We're going to be applying as an organization this year, and it's coming up as anybody who's kind of familiar with Google Summer Code is. The deadline is coming up actually very shortly, like within the week at the beginning of next week in terms of application. And so we are now in the phase where we are looking for proposals or project proposals and also mentors participation. And I was very encouraged by actually Frank's presentation that Bot Press is actually interested in working on like RocketChat sort of bot. So if anybody from Chatbot is listening, I know you're also an open source project, and if you have a Google Summer Code program going, or even if it's not, definitely please contact us. I am always at open.rocket.chat, same.ly, and let's get this going. But also wider community, anybody who may have some small project ideas, something that somebody can do in about 3 months' time with about 30 hours of involvement every week, that please kind of contact us. We'll put a link there. It's basically in the room called GSOC 2022. And it'll be especially helpful if you can also become that mentor for that technical mentor for that project. So we are calling out for all participation from the wider community on project ideas and also mentorship at this point. And obviously, we're also looking internally into our core team for also some of the ideas. Thanks.
Yeah, and it's good to mention that this year editions is not only for students, right? Even if you're not enrolled on a university or kind of course, you can still participate, right?
Yes. And I think that's like a groundbreaking thing. We already see some very interesting participation. We may actually tell you more detail once things crystallize. Thanks.
So thank you, Singh. So that's it. I think we're coming to an end here. Just would like to remember that if you're watching this now, all the sessions are on our YouTube. So please go there and hit the like and subscribe to our channel. And also, if you didn't already, go to our GitHub, and if you can also start it.
Duda, can you pop the link to sign up for the next one, like now?
yeah, it's already the next session is already set date,
yes.
So it's going to be March 16th, the same day, and not sure. It's my first time hosting, so I'm not sure how can I do that. Sorry.
Okay, we'll have to pop next time.
Yeah, but probably it's going to be on our channel and also on the description of the link on YouTube. So that's it. If you have any more questions, now is the time to ask them here in the chat. So, yeah, you can call it a hackathon. Yeah. So that's it. Thank you for everybody for participation and for your time here, and hope to see you next month. Okay.
See you next month,
Bye-bye.
guys. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Here, everyone.